If the top 1% had a secret to building wealth faster, more predictably, and with less stress, would you want to know it? Because here's the truth. They do. And it's not a stock tip, it's not a crypto coin, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a set of proven systems powered by AI. Systems that are quietly shaping what it means to build cash flow and wealth in the new world. And these strategies, they're not hidden by velvet ropes anymore. They're not reserved for just the hedge funds and the multi-billion-dollar institutions. They're being used right now by everyday people. By people who want their capital working for them, not just sitting in the bank, failing to inflation. So if you're still using a spreadsheet to manage your money, if you're tracking all your expenses manually, or you're still chasing the latest headlines just to find your next move, I want to show you what you're missing. Because while most people are stuck managing their money like it's 2005, just buying random stocks and ETFs, the top 1% are using AI secret wealth strategies. They've automated the entire heavy lifting for them. And because they outsource their execution to AI, they're not doing any guessing. They're not glued to the screen, and they're definitely not waking up at 3 a.m. with text alerts about the market crashing and what to do about their money. They've built financial ecosystems that run while they sleep. Portfolios that are managed by intelligent bots that are way faster, way smarter, and don't make any mistakes. This is the edge that turns capital into freedom. And the gap between those who adopt and those who don't is getting wider and wider every single day. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI strategies that the top 1% are using to make millions. Because the truth is simple. If you don't adapt, it means you're falling behind. And this isn't theory. This is real systems that everyday people are using right now. So let me show you what you're missing. Because while most people are still tracking using Google Sheets, the ultra wealthy have already started adapting AI to do it for them. And they're not just picking stocks, they're not refreshing CNBC, they're letting AI trade for them. And you can get started right now. And if you're anything like me, I used to track everything manually. Allocations, returns, dividends. But what happens when emotions get in the way and they disrupt everything? You see, the 1%, they don't do manual. They let everything be automated with AI. They build systems to act on what's happening now. And that's why AI is winning. It replaces all of the emotion. So let me break down some of the top AI strategies the 1% are using right now. So the first is rule-based trading bots that execute automatically based on market conditions, which means even if the market is crashing, these bots can still make money for them. The second is real-time portfolio rebalancing, which means if certain sectors are starting to rise and others are starting to fall, it can reallocate and rebalance that portfolio to match those trends. Third is global scanner settings that give you opportunities before it hits the public. This is where real wealth is made because you're able to get in way before everyone else does. Fourth is risk models that dynamically reduce all your exposure. Because if you're anything like me, I would find a really good opportunity and put all my eggs in one basket, which is never a good idea. And lastly is automated AI systems that analyze thousands of data points every single day to make sure you're getting into the best opportunities possible across the world. And these aren't just experiments, these are tools that the top 1% are using right now. And today, you can too. In fact, one of the funds that we research uses a machine learning model that adjusts or rebalances portfolio based off of over 80 data points, from different interest rates to earning sentiments to everything. There's another AI tool that looks at trends every 30 minutes and rebalances the portfolio around that. But what makes these bots so incredible is that it reduces uncertainty, especially in high-stakes environments where emotions typically take over. Most investors typically hesitate during those moments. Even recently, the market has been crashing lately, and most investors are panicking. But AI doesn't. It operates on logic and can make money in any environment. Imagine this scenario for just 1 second. A trading bot is able to detect that there is going to be an increase in volatility. It immediately adjusts all your exposure, reducing a big chunk of your risk. And it does this before you even open up your app or your brokerage on your phone. You see, these bots aren't just fast, but they're very vigilant. They monitor thousands of data points across various sectors and update in real time. The result is early identification of entry and exit points, making sure you're getting out of positions before they turn south, and just an overall smoother, more consistent performance over time. By removing emotion, you're not just getting rid of most of the risk, but you're also going to get a much better performance in your portfolio. That's the 1% advantage, and it can be yours right now. Now, let's take a step back and zoom in for a second. What's really happening when AI is starting to run your portfolios? Well, it's processing a bunch of data that no human could ever look at. We're talking about thousands of price movements that move before you even blink. Hundreds of earnings reports, different sentiment indicators, all being interpreted in milliseconds. But more importantly, it uses data-driven decisions. When volatility increases, a well-trained model isn't going to get emotional. It's going to adapt. When a breakout pattern emerges, it doesn't hesitate. It gets in at the right time. This removes a massive burden from the individual investor. You're no longer making decisions on your own. You're no longer trying to follow crazy Reddit threads, hoping that you're going to come out the other side profitable. You have an AI assistant that simply works for you. And you can prioritize it how you want. Let's say you prioritize income over growth. You'd rather get cash flow as opposed to seeing your wealth grow over time. The AI can adjust accordingly. Or if you want to reduce drawdowns in a bear market, the AI can also rebalance your portfolio to make that happen. It doesn't just give you an edge in performance, but it gives you an edge in mental clarity. This is where investing stops becoming a second job, and it's completely passive income that pays you every single week. And while most people are chasing growth, the top 1% are simply waiting for their setups. They're engineering outcomes. They invest for three things: reliability, control, and time. And AI delivers all three. Fewer mistakes from panic selling, less time managing money manually, and more consistent compounded results. And let's be clear, we're not just talking about beating the market on a good day. We're talking about systems that build discipline and performance over time. Systems that won't get tired or won't get distracted. In fact, one of the most powerful effects of AI is what I call emotional insulation. It separates your strategy from your stress. It puts an intelligent layer of capital between your logic. And that's where real consistency is born. That means no late night freakouts, no regret-fueled scaling, and no chasing headlines or any Reddit threads. Instead, it's clarity, precision, and control. You see, it doesn't just reduce errors, but it optimizes outcomes. And it can make small adjustments over time, learn by itself, and over time become incredibly proficient. And looking over a 10-year span, the difference between radically decreasing your emotions is massive. It can be the difference between not thousands, but hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. This is what the 1% understand, and now you do too. And here's the truth. There are no bonus points for doing it the hard way. No one's going to reward you for setting up your own spreadsheets and having pretty dashboards. And if you're not using AI-driven automation, you're already being outperformed. Not because you're less smart, but just because you're using tools from a completely different era. And if you want to compete with the pros, you need to be using the same tools that they are. And trust me, you don't need to learn any coding or any machine learning. You just need to upgrade your toolkit. You have to start thinking like a business. Would a company that's doing $10 million really track everything in one spreadsheet? Of course not. So why would you do the same with your portfolio? You don't need 20 different plays and hope that one of them works out. You simply need 3 to 5 systems that are proven to work over time. Because when your money is working harder than you are, that's where the real wealth comes from. And if you want to see the exact AI strategies from every single net worth level from $10,000 all the way up to $10 million, I made a free ebook showing you exactly how to do that. If you click the first link in the description, you can grab a copy right now. It was how I was able to retire early in my 20s. Now you could potentially do the same. So let's be smart about our decisions and grab the free copy in the link in the description right now. Also, make sure to subscribe because I have incredible videos coming out soon, and leave a like if you want to. I'll see you in the next video.